Gay ach uch aya has awatul. Achawe ach yeti gedena ya e uch na us. Kesh etwa ashkope. Ka uch kanaku e uch aya awatul. Kesh ushke ya ye at ach ede at aya khos. At aya khwayiq. Kesh ach tu ashko ya ach khahini aya has outlet we atwood at in Kesh ishke awe konach kek aya ach tut tu ach edach aya ta uaya Kesh ishke we has the tayi aya ka konach Kesh wash konach. All right, here we go. Lost my battle with technology today. Lost 2 hours of work. So angry. And I realized that I had lost 2 hours of work at about 5:05, which is awesome in the most unawesome way. So then I get there and I was like, okay, I just have to make do. You know, there's a couple things I had to delete. The thing that I learned is you cannot have the reflexive pronoun sh and any object pronoun whatsoever, which is just incredibly awkward to say anyways, like I see us. You cannot say that, right? Even if you said, and I don't know how you would take care of that. There might be a situation where you say, I see a picture of all of us, but then that wouldn't be the same as that reflexive verb. I see all of us. Like I look into a mirror or on the screen, and we're all on the screen, perhaps. So I don't know how you would take care of that. I'm still trying to figure it out. And it had my brain all scrambled up. Yeah, so it's been fun. Then I walk up to the printer, and then for whatever reason, our printer, like you send things to the printer, and I've got this is my crying session, and I have to walk up the stairs to the printer. And for whatever reason, now you have to push a button to say, okay, go ahead and print what I told you to print. It's like I get up there and I'm like, I'll throw it on the copier, and I'm like, I gotta wait for it to print 20 pages. There we go. Enough boo-hooing. So I sent you guys online, I sent you a handout. Hope you guys got it. It was a last minute style. This is version 3.0 of the handout we've been working on as it goes through some substantial changes. The first few pages haven't really changed. I did this really neat thing where I was trying to include the verb theme for all of them, but then they disappeared. So you can find the verb theme somewhere else for some of them. And we'll explain it as we go along. The last few pages are pretty fun. So the idea of what we're trying to do here is practice two things. One is listening to Tlingit, so we'll do a little bit more of the Besikuli sentences. And then tell me what the noun is, tell me what the sentence is. It'd be great if you could repeat the sentence in Tlingit and then tell me the translation of that sentence. And then we're going to go through and we're going to work on these conjugations. And you're just going to say it, and you'll have it in front of you. But then you'll tell me all the components that are in there. And the idea is we're looking at how these components create contractions, so we start sort of getting used to that in our mind. And if we can get to 60–70% of how we're supposed to put these things together, I think we'll be doing awesome. Because then you just learn new verbs. There's some irregularities, but as far as we can learn a lot about how the prefixes work, especially in dealing with objects and subjects and thematic prefixes that are there. If you start to stack thematic prefixes, it might get kind of funky. But yeah, that's the goal. Any questions? Anything on your mind?
I found this really cool word in the interior noun dictionary. And I don't know why it means what it means, but it's really cool.
What is it?
So it has to be possessed, but it's yit active.
Tlingit.
Atki.
That is ground, isn't it, or earth?
Atki is the soil or the dirt. And what's the first part? Yeet. So yeet atki.
Tlingit.
Oh, yeet atki.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
The ground beneath blank's feet, or
Yeah.
blank's impending death.
Whoa.
And I don't know why the death part is connected. But it's really cool.
So we know how that functions, though, right? So yi is below, atk is earth. So the earth below somebody. I don't know. Maybe that's a newer thing, because then you start burying people, right? So maybe that's new. You can get buried. Wow. Awesome.
Just look at the ground. One day you'll be there.
That's right. Yadu atki. Oh, yi atki. There you go. So you would have a possessive pronoun or a noun, right? Keiki etki, where the dog will be buried. Or maybe it just means the ground under their feet too. So some of these things getting to the more metaphorical type of meanings are really, it's really interesting. And there's a bunch of things that are like that, where the translation alone is often not good enough. But yeah, 1 foot in the grave. And there's other ways. Huskow to eat. What does that mean? Eat. What does that one mean? You guys heard that one? Eat.
Wasn't that from the George Davis?
Yeah. And so it really means for a whole bunch of things to go together. Or it could mean to eat all of one particular thing. So it's all gone. But instead of like traveling together, it has to do with things being gone together. So it's a way to say they all died off, right? And then you could say, you've got een, which is to slaughter things, and jak, which is to kill things, na, wu na, which is for things to die. But then there's other ways to talk about it. So like, you could say, hanakwagu. He or she left us behind. That's one way to say it. What are some other euphemisms that you've heard? Or dying? Which, probably not a good idea, because we're like doing all this like, I'm sick, now I'm sick. Like, maybe we should do like something happy. How do you say like, I'm about to get something awesome? Askatadevugud walked into the forest. Dakdevugud walked up to the inland. So those are ways that these things can be said. And as far as how they're referred to, it just depends. It depends on the situation. But it's good to understand language like that, so you know when you talk. Because Tlingit is so interesting, because a lot of times you look directly at something and talk about it. But then a lot of times you sort of talk around like really sensitive things as well. So it's interesting. Sensitive. Anything else?
My grandma gave me a bunch of stuff when I was over here, and there's an interview. I don't remember the guy's name. Something Hall. He did an interview with Alex Andrews, and he's a chief Navy over in Sitka. And they were talking about. Well, he was like, well, there's this cemetery here. I've noticed that like a lot of these graves are really recent, like within the last 100 years. And he was like, does that mean that like you just got here? And they talked about how the kids used to cremate, and then they would put them in a Bedouin box and then bury them in the ground. And burying the body was a recent thing that missionaries brought over. And he said that when the TB outbreak was going around, they told him not to burn them because then it'd get in the air and then everyone else would get sick.
Wow. Crazy. That can't be true, right? Is that how science works? I was reading this thing. This guy goes up to the gates of the Arctic, and he's like the first up there. And then he writes a note for some other Chakut yes. And he's like, I don't know. But he puts it in like a salt and pepper shaker and he gives it to the people and he says, if anybody who's not white opens this, they will die. And just like, I wish I could poke him in the eye. It's like, that's mean, man. That's dumb. Anyways, random. Okay.
People.
Let's go around the room. We're going to do some more of these. Word of the week. Kegishi Kedach Aya. Achtik Aya. Kaushakit Koa. Zeus. One means Kaushakit Koa. Desai Zeus. It was a good one, so maybe I'm contracting it. Okay, so you eat koa hashukwa. Ngewene? Good enough.
Should know this.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing?
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Just slash snow.
So can you repeat the?
Kakshahin Waitley.
Yeah, oh, Masadus, Masakaya Padlet Kakinach.
Slash the snow. That snow.
Yeah, like that snow is slush. I guess that's how I got it. Kakshahin Waitlate. But if you said Gagacheti we Kaklahin, that would be right. That Kaklahin, that slush is right. Okay. A shrug is good enough as well. Whatever.
Kakwan chu kwan kaye ne teach who's already Kakwan chu kwan kaye ne teach who's already Kakwan chu kwan kaye ne teach who's already
Gosh. Mm-hmm. Achiti Deshi. Yeah, away. Dasai ach.
Kakwan, Chukwan, Kayin, and Teach. Is it like the man left footprints in the snow on the grass or something?
Dasai Kakwan. Frost. Chukwan.
Grass.
Yeah, away. Kayena teach.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah, away. Yeah. Away. Yeah, away. But when we say Chukwan Ka Yena teach, what's going on there? There's a couple things, like Yena teach could be for something to always be that way. That you could say Nech Yena teach. Shkun yena teach. Giwa dakahiti yena teach. Right? For somebody to always be somewhere. Right? And so it's really interesting because you say yeya ti, but then if you have some directional thing before that, so you could say nadak yena teach ach guchai. My cup is always on the table. So you've got this yena teach, and then kus ti.
I thought it was maybe cold.
Yeah, it's cold weather. And it's this interesting kus ti. So you've got this repetitive sort of form, but you also have not necessarily the repetitive form, but you have this relational term. So there is always frost on the grass when it's cold. Okay.
The ka underline?
No, ka
Okay.
Kahwan chukan kayena teach kus ti. Kahwan, Kaxwan, Chukwan. And a lot of people say Chukan, Chukw, high toned A-N. Ka, K, high toned A. There's probably two A's. Ka, sing it long. Yena teach, two words. Y, high toned E-I. Netich, Nateech. Kus te. Something. Underline KOOS, period, high toned AAT apostrophe I.
The I tone?
Maybe. It shouldn't be. Let me listen to it more.
Kakwan chu kwan kayena teach kus ti.
I think it's low. And it should be low because the art should not come low. Daniel Wane. What was the name?
Keep.
Oops.
No. Keep. No, yeah. I has do a away with keep.
Oh, yeah.
Keep. No, yeah. I has do a away with keep.
So Kate Kilwell. She said Nanya I has to a two away with Kate. So Kilwell is the two of the Nanya I.
Yeah, what? Hopefully you guys online can hear everybody. Then gay Wane.
Catering, dot kana hitch jest puahai. Catering, dot kana hitch jest puahai.
Katie,
Mm-hmm.
Siegel,
Yeah, what?
can you play something?
Catering, dot kana hitch jest puahai.
Kate with the dog, Kanach
hitch, kana hitch, yes, kana high, ach, she.
So Kekadi Dak Kadach Kanal Hitch Yeast Kuwaha Ye.
I know the last part is like when fall comes.
Yeah,
Fall
so
arrives.
Yeast is fall. Yeast Kuwaha Ye. Fall has arrived. Dak. Yeah, where? That's how we call it.
Inland.
Ah, yeah, where? Kadach. Dak. Kadach. Dakka.
From the inland.
Dakadach. From the inland. Kanahich. Love a double consonant. You're going to see KK, CH, CH. Sometimes X, underline X, underline X. You connect. That's fun. I'm going to listen to something real quick.
Kekadi Dak Kanach Kanach Hitch Yeast Kuwaha
Kanahich.
Kekadi Dak Kanach Kanach Hitch Yeast Kuwaha
I wonder if that's Kanah. No. Kanahich. Yeast Kuwaha. It's not what I would expect, though. Maybe I'm not hearing it right. Das so ik kach enach. I think it's gotta be. I think I'm just not hearing it right. What if I said Keka di dak kadach kanach yich jest kuwahayi. Kauka yich isakuka. Atas kauka yich. Atwudakin. That's the way atwudakin. Huh?
Black.
Yeah, or atas with the yich.
Multiple things flying.
So, dak kadach kanach yich jest kuwahayi.
Kekadi Dak Kanach Kanach Hitch Yeast Kuwaha
Isakuka? Keka di dak kadach kanach yich jest kuwahayi. Seagulls?
They fly in big flocks from the same amount of time.
They fly out of the interior when fall arrives. Yay or nay?
Okay.
That is also good enough to just keep going.
Okay. Naklinya K. Kahoni Awe Wiki. Naklinya K. Kahoni Awe Wiki.
Cake. Playing UK. Kuni. With cake.
Away with cake.
Away with cake. So is it the dog? It's like the dog is a good friend with the man.
Yeah? Tlingit Linguistics away with cake. Dog is man's best friend, or dog is man's friend.
Isn't acclaim like many?
Yeah.
So is it being used like very kind of?
Yeah, I think it is.
So it's like, so just very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yay or nay?
Couscous. Couscous Yayagi. Couscous. Couscous Yayagi.
Well, couscous yay. That's the way they cough enough.
It's not cloudy today.
Yeah, well. Yay or nay? That is good enough.
Put Ayanaha. Put Ayanaha. Naya Put Anaha. You Dr. Sak Singit Aina. Put Ayanaha. Put Ayanaha. Naya Put Anaha. You Dr. Sak Singit Aina.
Sayanaha. Maya T. You.
Put Ayanaha. Naya Put Anaha. You Dr. Sak Singit Aina. Put Ayanaha. Naya Put Anaha. You Dr. Sak Singit Aina.
Sayanaha. Maya T. Sayanaha. You. Dr. Sak.
Second one is Qanaha. Ayanaha Mayati Ye Qanaha. You Dachtu Wasak Tlingit Linguistics. That's the way they cough enough.
something called stars in the Maya.
That's it.
The Maya should that be a W?
Well, yeah, let's say Wayatiyech on the coast, and this Mayatiyech are three things that add together to mean something. Isakuga? One needs sometimes. Wayatiyech. I don't know if it's a regional difference or it seems like more inland speakers would use seemingly, but I don't know. It seems like quite a few of them would use Mayatiyech. Speakers from Pakwon. One qanins. One qanins has to asaku one qanins. But sometimes.
Sometimes stars are called
Right, so it's saying there's another way of saying it. Right, so there's this other thing. So when we say yudachtu wasak.
Is that like how we say it here?
It's a good guess. It's a really interesting thing. And actually, this is the first time I've actually really seen it. I had to look it up because I saw she did it in a number of her different verbs. And it's sort of like each of them, or all of them. That's how it works. And we'll see it in other places where it might make a little bit more sense.
This is the one that Zio started laughing and he was like, did you just say stars are sometimes called stars?
Okay.
What's the do with sock? I'm ready.
Yan khatuwane.
Yan hut do an egg.
Yeah, what? Okay, let me know if you can't hear it. I'll be happy to read it afterwards.
Kutia. Kutia, you can do jog.
Kutia.
Kutia, you can do jog.
Kutia you kanda chalk.
That was good. Kutia yuch kaduchak.
Kandu chalk.
Kaduchak.
Kadu chalk. Rounded at the end.
Yeah, what?
Kutia. Kutia, that's a totem pole?
Yeah, what?
Literally the thing that was chiseled. You kandu chalk.
Yuch kaduchak.
You kadu chalk. You. Chade ye khatnayo. Khat yidishide.
Doiti dashi. Kutia yuch kaduchak. Yes. Being carved, we have the indefinite human pronoun kaduchak. So it is being carved. That's the way you over there. Totem pole is being carved over there.
Oh. So it's the directional U, but with the h on the end.
Yes.
And that's the that's like that I don't know I'm too ignorant to know the term for it, but that's like when you say it resides there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that was absolutely correct. So they're called determiners because they say they determine where something is in relation to the speaker. Ya, he, we, you, and ha. Those are the five. And the five means around this vicinity, around all of us. And any of them can take any of the directional or relational suffixes. So you could say yude, going way over there. Yudach, coming from way over there. Yuch, it's located, it's residing over there. Yuch, it's moving along over there, or it keeps going over there. Yut, it's arrived over there. You, so
That's really interesting to think about, considering that like we say that like you do this, like the moon is over there, but we don't add any suffixes to it because the moon doesn't reside there. Like the moon is a temporal object, kind of like in beginning Tlingit when we talk about how like animals are way over there, like Gishu you.
Well, that one, when you say you do, ya do, we do, hey do, those ones, the whoop in that case is a verbless locational suffix. So it's just saying it's over there. We're not saying what it's doing, because there are ways to talk about celestial bodies moving, but yeah, because they move so slow, they typically have their own set of verbs. He is one that works really well for them, and it's its own separate verb. There's hich to run, for a person to run, hich for something to occur, and then you say, the sun rose. So usually you're saying up or down, but as far as it to move, yeah, it's kind of got its own set of directionals for that because they move differently than everything else. Yeah, what?
Very cool.
Okay. Let's see who's Shako Ishin Gaywane. Gwash. Enough for me? Oops.
How six off. How six off.
Ayachke.
Just it's
Shach. Shach. How it's
Shahawut Litzage. It smells good. Shah. Oh, she's saying the red cedar smells good.
Yeah, what? But there's a how in there.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to touch Wasaku.
Shout out, oh, eat the sheep. He's like crying from the mountaintops. The laments. Is there shame in it? Good, eat the sheep. That's the way. How. That's not the how that we say all the time. How.
Bow.
Bow. Right? It's a bow, like a, which is a little different than a branch. It's sort of like, so cedar boughs smell good. Yeah. Auktatsin and Gaywine. Okay. Okay, let me know if you can't hear it. I'll be happy to read it.
Test this named the ark. Test this named the ark.
Kosney's name. Had a hard time hearing that part.
Okay. Tes deslint dach ark.
Something about teeth, however. I still can't catch that second or the middle part.
So let me try that one more time. Tes deslint dach ark.
Okay. Ook, which one is that? It's that sockeye.
Haku is not here, so it's okay. Is that's okay. Is sockeye. For the Shipnach Adi. Koho.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, what?
Koho, however, I think I heard Teslin and with like a location, like the T at the end of it. So them being around there. Part.
So we got a bit of a dialect thing, so we might say Klesh is cleaned Dach Uch Ark.
I don't know that part.
To swim, for fish to swim especially, or some kind of sea mammal that swims really well underwater. I just want to check one thing really quick.
Test this named the ark.
Okay. De kat Johan Klesh des Klint Dach Uch Ark. Das the way Klekach Einach.
They don't swim from Teslin.
That would be, yeah, that would be good. But so we've got des Klint, so there's already a suffix on there. Dach Uch Ark. So it's a really interesting thing, and there's not a lot of speakers I've encountered who use that. It's a part to talk about the verb, and it says each one of them, basically. So in this case, I would say the coho, however, none of them swim to Tesla. So it's really just kind of making the verb a lot more specific, saying the verb applies to each one of those things.
How does because she says they sleet.
Yeah, I think it's just tech de slint, and maybe she's getting ready for the dach part. I'm not really sure, because it'd have to be one or the other. And so, or maybe it should be tech de slint dach. And maybe that would make more sense. So it could be, I have to ask her, it could be when she was speaking, like you could say, His tell de slint dach uch, which would be it didn't swim to Teslin. But if you said tell de slint dach uch, they never swim to Teslin. So let's go with the underlined X maybe. Yeah. Go to sheesh. Okay, one more round, and we'll switch to conjugations. You ready?
No. الدقة يعتقد no. No. الدقة يعتقد no.
Need it again.
الدقة يعتقد no.
خسكو ناق
Naq,
octopus.
ek, kach. That's so it kak ek.
Person? Fingers?
Yeah, away. Naq, ek, ka.
Tentacles?
Yeah, away. Yaktaqatch.
I don't know. Repetitive.
Yeah. It's the cut all the time. Cut. That's the way you, hon.
This is like my favorite one.
Oh, he did the shit. What?
It's crawling along on its fingers.
Yeah, away. It's crawling along on its tentacles. Qatch. Let me find that word for a second. And I think, let me listen to one thing though.
No. الدقة يعتقد no.
So what we're probably not hearing is it should be a ek kach yak dequach na. So the verb is quat, which is to crawl. And so there's a number of different ways you can talk about how an octopus walks. This came about last year, and this was the answer we got from Bessie. And George Davis told us he would say, Adeya Jakak. It's squat walking as it goes along. Okay. Yenge wane.
Niche kafjane good with seek claim. Niche kafjane good with seek claim.
Niche? Something to do with. I don't.
Niche kach yanakut with eek claim. Ach, he did the shit. Niche kach.
Beach?
Going along on the beach. Yannagut.
Walking, here she is walking.
Waits eek claim.
Big black bear.
A big black bear walking along on the beach. Yeah. Yeah, ready? Okay, I'm starting on this one.
صائخي عن غايتي أدكم للقاني
Sock, hooligan. Sock, echi, agayati, at accomplished. Does it mean like they lit it? Or like it's burning bright?
Yeah,
Something that's to do with fire.
I think this one is, and I'll have to ask her. I translate it as people light it for hooligan grease.
Can you read it?
Yes. Sak echi aqayati at akamdishkani. Sak echi aqayati at akamdishkani. Really interesting sound. Aqayati at akamdishkani. Because it could be people burn hooligan grease. I don't know. And maybe it has to do with cooking it too. You want it? Oops.
On plain seen Dagestani, Yesit, Kanzisk, Shady, Alpo, Yak,
Was there a noun in the beginning?
No, there wasn't. I gotta edit this one a little bit more. I'll give you the noun. See you.
So rain.
Yeah, so you got rain. Here we go.
On plain seen Dagestani, Yesit, Kanzisk, Shady, Alpo, Yak,
So it's very long. I can give you it in pieces. Atlain siu dak ustani.
Like it would translate to really heavy rain. It's raining really heavily.
Yeah, so, and you get this relational suffix on it, so it's probably when it rains a lot. Yes, yet.
Yes, yet.
That's the way yes.
Fall.
In the fall. Kadzisku. Kadzisku. Shich zisku.
Oh,
Kadzisku.
male moose.
Yes, bull moose. Du shady.
Didn't we just
Quite
shady? Yeah, because I laugh because like you're shady.
Oh. Take a shady way. Ach, gaudanyaki. One can means take a shady. This ka kuwakan ka watsik ka tawe. Dich has to a shady. Has to shady. Yeah, or antlers. At chuch ya akla ach. Yisikuge.
Willow.
Willow. Yes. Yeah. Chuch. Chuch.
Among the willow.
Yeah. Ya ach. And then we put it together. Qadis kudusheti chach. Chuch ya ach. Akhlaat. Akhlaach. Ya akhlaach.
Is that related to the plural walking?
It is a root that sounds exactly the same. In this case, I mean it's a carrying verb to carry something that's kind of long. So what she's saying, and this is a really awesome sentence, and I think she wasn't quite happy with it, but I put it together because it was awesome.
This is the one that she was gonna go back and.
Yeah, and fix. But when I think it sounded great. When it rains a lot in the fall, the bull moose drag their antlers through the willows. And like there's just tons of like cultural knowledge in there.
She wanted to say like they rub up against.
Yeah, like they rub it up against there. And so it'd be interesting to go back and talk to her and see what else she would come up with there. Because you've got some, and I gave them instructions. A lot of the elders, we had 4 or 5 elders who did this. I said, make some of the sentences real easy and make some of them real hard. And this is one of the ones that's probably real hard. Probably stop there and conjugate some verbs so we can start putting some language together ourselves. Was you disappointed? We'll come back next to Sean. We could do one more.
Whatever.
We won't do it.
Oh, no, not that one. It's okay. I wanted to know shade.
Dasa?
The sentence that she uses for shady.
Oh, okay.
Trash pits, yide shady, how ye answer.
Ah.
谁一出血意的谁一好也性命，谁一出血意的谁一好也性命。
Chashhit ye de she ye how ye sini.
The part I can't figure out is the yide, because it's like a spruce vowel.
Chashhit what? De slin hasyeya waka. Chashhit ye de she ye how ye sini. Juno chashhit ye de she ye how ye sini. Ye de, that's the way ye de. Chashhit ye de.
From something.
Ye
Towards
de.
to something. So just towards beneath it.
Akucha ye de away akucha sne. Yeah, to put chashhit, that's the way chashhit. Chash Yakha Hasan okay yech nuch kunach away. One means how chak way Shakiyatku Eka Shabwat Aya Shabwat Ustia Dishugunach Disnigu away Karlitzikwa Ayatlum Gitindikani Tuch Yanaka Hiti Atek Aya Chashit Has Outligich Chashit Tuch Aya Wadi Wadis Shabwat Aqa Gwellhastse I took a knee, I yakutziti, Gwashia Chashita took a yakutziti, Talk away a wishing git kusti. Chash, Yada how in has out ligich. Chash, Aya ye do a sapekak in a brush. Chash hit Aya brush house. He or she put spruce boughs under the brush house. And I'd probably like put it on the floor. Where do we leave off on our massive conjugation thing? Isakuga? What was the last one? Or?
It is getting better.
So that's Yanach. Okay. Good. Next one, I read that. So what we'll do is it's your turn. You'll say the verb phrase, and then you'll tell me all the parts that are in it and what they would look like if you wrote them out uncontracted. And so we are on, I guess this is the top of page 2 for the progressive imperfective. O is getting dirty. We are on first person plural.
No, we're on third person singular.
We're on third person singular.
So Yana.
Yeah, what?
Ya is the preverb, right?
Yep.
It's a zero object.
Yep, zero object.
Not the conjugation.
Not conjugation. Yeah, what?
Cla is the classifier.
Cla, classifier. Yeah, what?
And then is the root.
Is the root. Gnichish. Eitchoha.
So yeah.
Say the whole thing.
Oh, sorry. Forgot already. Yeah. Yeah. So it's ya, and then ha is the object pronoun, then na conjugation, and then the sh classifier conjugated, and then the root
Yeah, what? So when we see this ya and the na pop up, it's telling us, it should signal to us that we're in the progressive imperfective. What are the two other combinations you might see instead of ya plus na for the progressive imperfective? So we've got ya plus na, which tells us we're in the progressive imperfective. What are the two other possibilities we might have there? So so there's these two things that combine that tell us we're in the progressive imperfective. The third part is if it's an open root, it will close. But there's two other possibilities.
Ye and ka.
Ye for the ka conjugation, but it would still be ye and na. So the na won't change. all progressive imperfectives will have na conjugation, regardless of the conjugation prefix. But if it's qa conjugation verb, it'll be ye for this downward motion. And then if it's a ga conjugation, getting sick. Right, so it's in the process of happening. So it'll be ke, ye, ya. Zero and na conjugation verbs will be ya. Okay. Et trois.
Yayi na che. Yi, the second person plural, law, na conjugation, classifier, and the verb root.
Yeah, and it's a sha classifier that's being contracted. Chish. Et trois.
Ya has nas che.
Yeah, what?
Ya ne. Why is that hot in bracket?
Wanachsaway parentheses adat we ha.
Contracted.
It's an optional contraction. Some speakers will say yahasnach chech. Others will say yasnach chech. And so, with that hus, if there is some, especially if there's a preverb there, but if there's kind of anything that's open, it might contract that hus to just the letter S. So if you hear yas or case or yes, and then you hear na and the verb right after that, then you know that that's a contracted hus.
So third person plural, object pronoun, na conjugation, classifier contracted, and the root che.
So you have ya plus hus plus zero plus na plus sha plus che. Yeah, what? Atach boot ben chish shaku ish it koaha.
I'm still trying to get it open.
Oh, okay. Here, I will read it and you can repeat it, and then you can tell me what's in there. You can tell me what it means if you know. Yakunashech.
Yakunashech.
Yeah, what?
There's the ko, so that's people. There's the na, that's the conjugation, the classifier, and chech, the verb root.
Yeah, what?
So people are becoming dirty.
Yeah, people, and a lot of times this one works as like someone is getting dirty. When I was asking an elder to say people are getting dirty, he would say, Yaku'u. So he'd want to say the people, but if we said someone, which you can see in the one underneath, I sometimes spell somo'in. Like I do this a lot. And I don't know, I can't stop. There's no stopping it. So I think I would just propose that as the new interpretation of k is somo'in. And the understanding Tlingit verbs is all throughout there. Send me if you've got things, send me those. Okay, Yakekans Chish. Auktatsin. Ngewane. We're moving to the future, the dirty future. There's these really fun ones. I was working with an elder, and we're going to get there, and it's to not love somebody. And we're going through all these things. And it was like so mean sounding. Like when we first started, like the cleaning lady was there and his wife, and she was just like, hey, Sean. Because it was like, I don't love you. You don't love me. I'm just kidding. But, you know, we're looking at the form. We're not, someday we might have to say it. Okay, akutatsi.
Cheok. So cut being the first person singular object. My mind's drawing a blank on the linguistic terms. But the future tense, I don't really know what else to call it, like the gach. My mind's just going blank. And you have the classifier and then the root. Yeah.
And sheesh, I didn't underline the chat. Version 4.0 coming soon. Sunday I'll teach this. I'll be like, yeah, here's all your handouts. They're all ready. Okay. I try to explain and then I'm not going to complain. It's my mistake. Yeah, first person object. So as far as how to segment and to talk about this future stuff that's going on, especially if there's an object and there's no subject, you're going to have ga, u, qa. And that is going to be ga, conjugation, aerialis, qa, mode. Those are the ways that we sort of refer to those things. It doesn't matter if you remember the names. You should remember that you are seeing this ga, u, qa combination because then it'll start to get you to think about how these things add up. So on their own, they're guh. That's what they do. So the underlying GA, especially in the qa mode, is highly susceptible to contraction. It often changes to an underline X or an underline K. Those are very common switches for that when it's surrounded by other things. Future is always going to be minus I. In this case, you're not going to get, there won't be contraction on the classifier because there'll be contraction typically in qa mode. It's sort of like a weaker prefix comes up that's more susceptible to contraction. And then the verb root will be long and high. Chish, shkuyeh. We're on a new version of the same handout, which will have yet another new version at some future date, or maybe not. Maybe you can just write on there all the dumb mistakes that I am making. Getting frustrated. So can you follow us? Do you know where we're at?
I think so.
Okay.
Egach the cheek.
And what are the parts that are in there?
Second person singular object pronoun. Gach Shla is the classifier and cheek is the root. And so the gach would be, you might have to explain exactly again how that contracts and how to label it. I'm not sure.
Okay, sure. So if we look up above the little table, so we see future plus, and underneath this is showing you the theme of this particular verb in this particular mode. So it's saying if you blew it up, these are the things you'd see, and we're changing the object pronoun. It's the only thing that could change. And some of the things that we think about when we look at these verbs, and we say, what are the things that could change so that we can conjugate it once we get it into that mode? And what we're practicing this so that we can do that with a variety of different verbs. The segmenting is just to sort of break it apart so we can see how it conjugates. But if we look up above the box, it's the cheat sheet that shows us what things are there. Ga, u, qa. That combination without a subject will pretty much always be guh. And then we get our classifier that comes right after. So when you've got the guh is contracting, that guh conjugation, the A is sort of disappearing. The irialis is staying put so that we can see it. And then the qa is contracting to an underlying X, which is very common for that qa mode to do. We'll see the qa mode again in a few other forms. So it's good to see what its sort of behaviors are so that we can be ready for seeing it later. Okay, الشيش يبتتيني بتقوها.
So 0 marker. And for third person singular. And then ga, conjugation, irialis, mode, sha, classifier, and ch is the root.
Yeah, هو الشيش وتخيش.
Gach l'chef. Ha. The we part of it.
It's pronoun.
Yeah, the pronoun.
First person plural.
Gach. And the irialis and the mode and sha for the classifier and chef.
Okay. Okay.
Yigach l'chef. Use the object. That's the conjugation, irialis, ga, mode, classifier, and then is the root. Is the flat not conjugate because the ga is already conjugated?
Yeah, so when something goes, and we've actually got two things that are conjugating here, g and q are both contracting. And so because of that, the sh is not going to.
So can you only have like so many contractions in a verb?
Yeah, and I'm not sure, like, there's got to be some way to determine, and once these things go, then these things don't go. And it's all about certain combinations. And it's also, we want that to be sh in that case, because it's future. In future, you're probably much less likely for that classifier to go. Because sometimes you could signal plus D in that one. That's probably more important. Oops.
Is that A supposed to be?
No, strike the A.
I was
Imposter.
going to ask about that.
That is a different verb. So I'll give you the bonus question after you're done with this, and then we'll be done for the evening.
So it's hus, the third person plural, and then the gut conjugation, irialis, and flood mode, and then the flood classifier, and then the root.
Did you say the 0 pronoun marker? Maybe you just said it as it sounds. I'm not sure. Maybe you did say it.
I don't know.
Okay. Hus, then the 0 object.
Okay.
So if we say hus guch, they will get dirty. That's the $1 million question. If someone can answer it, you can get out of the room. Somebody say it.
Dirty.
What's that?
They will get it dirty.
Yeah, away.
They're going to.
And that could be. That's a really interesting. So this is a verb that can have an object. It can be object intransitive, where there's no subject, or it can be transitive, for someone to get something dirty. The verb, it really doesn't change that much. All you do is insert a subject. But if you said has agush that could be he will get them dirty, they will get him dirty, they will get them dirty. It could be any one of those three Tlingit Linguistics. On that note, oh, and how would we gloss that one? And then you can seriously go home. Plus, yes, that's correct. Good job, everybody. Plus, okay. Love the teamwork.
Object.
Is the object. The third person. Ga, okay, there we go. Ga mode. For Arialis. Qa for qa mode. Play. Yeah. Tla. You guys got it wrong. We're going for another half. I'm just kidding. Coach awakens cheese. We'll come back. We'll do more of this. I think it's fun. Then we'll get into some stuff next week that gets us into more sort of speaking. I didn't put on the syllabus when your midterms were due.
What is that?
I didn't tell you. It's on the syllabus. It's a 5 minute presentation entirely in Tlingit on whatever you want. You use whatever props, whatever things you need. It is a 5-minute presentation. Let's do it. The week after spring break. Your final,
Tuesday?
huh?
On Tuesday?
Yeah, probably Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll bring in a sign-up sheet.
And Thursday.
Or Thursday, whatever. You know, whatever day we get together. And then your final is working as a team and doing a 15-minute presentation in Tlingit. And again, I don't really care what it's about. It'll be awesome regardless of what you decide. You're at the point now where you should be able to maximize your language skills. Now, if you're getting together and doing like some really beginning level stuff, I will be seriously unimpressed. So you should be trying a lot of new things that you're trying to do. I love things that are descriptive, talking about how emotions, things like that. We can talk about ideas also on Thursday. I do want to get through this whole thing. When we start getting into object-subject combinations, it gets really fun. But that's really getting me to unlocking some of the dynamics of verbs. And then the rest is moving between modes and memorizing all the verbs. Yahweh, Chish, Uchaya, Konach, Yish,